funny enough, I started the business with no background in consumer products at all. So when I started with our biscuits, I vacuum sealed them in a $100 food saver machine I got at Bed Bath & Beyond. So there's no pride in where you start, right? But I didn't realize as I scaled the business that there were larger machines that did that, and I wasn't going to have to set up an assembly line of vacuum sealers. So I ended up, moving into thermoform sealing, and it was kind of a lesson learned because thermoform sealers they're giant vacuum sealers and they're quite slow. So it really slowed down our ability to scale because the minimum order quantities, we weren't getting maximum efficiency in a shift. And so we really started thinking, okay, what product lines could we get into to get out of the bottleneck of having to rely on, these thermoform sealers. They take up a lot of square footage, just thinking about how we can move faster. And that's when we went into a ready-to-heat format, so these biscuits are fully baked, it allowed us to move into a flow wrap system. So just a standard, same thing you use for candy bars or any kind of bag. And that was a game changer because every co-packer typically has a flow wrapper sitting around. And so it really allowed us to look at multiple options versus looking for manufacturers that only would allow us to put one, thermoform sealer in at a time. And beyond that too, I think one other lesson learned is we realized that cartoning our products was the best way to go. From a frozen food merchandising, standpoint, many manufacturers want you to use a pillow pack. Those don't set up. You lose sales if it's like this, right? So for us, the move to cartoning was a game changer because every shelf stocker has no problem putting a box that sits up on its own on a shelf. They will have a problem with you telling them they need to open a PDQ carton and fix the bags every 2 seconds. So, just really thinking about how we could really scale the brand. And now, because of that, the lessons learned from the biscuits into the sandwiches, we're launching 3 new sandwich product lines next year because there's been such success with merchandisability and scalability.